Look at that, we're live.
Oh, that we are indeed. Let me just quickly get a wee link. Let's share it with the good people at home there.
I can share this with Dunedin Yu-Gi-Oh. Ah,
Oh,
got a couple of people there. I don't know if that's you and me though. Oh,
oh,
Liam Gill's first. Oh, we got 5 people in here now. Shit, we might actually get some people watching this.
oh, wouldn't that be a treat,
I
eh?
know.
Pretty treat.
Thomas Bailey's watching, Gill's watching, Jarrett Gray. I don't know you, Jarrett, but hello.
Oh, George is cool. He's one of the what will I say? The chair holders, throne holders, if you will, of Masterton, that sort of area.
Ah, nice. Nice. I've been to
Who-
Masterton once. It's quite nice up there.
Really? You stopped?
Sorry?
You stopped?
Oh, right. Well,
Congratulations to Jarek, by the way. I'm only graduated last week as well, so
oh, nice.
yeah.
Congrats, mate.
Bless out to him. Looked like a great ceremony.
Yeah,
Great
we
ceremony.
got some Dunediners coming now. Damien Miller's watching. How you doing, Damien? Well, I suppose he's technically an Alexandra person, but hello, hello.
Yeah, he's one of the Alexandra team, eh? With old
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Jackson,
Earl.
Jackson, and Earl, and yeah.
Yeah.
But Dunedin locals, they play at Dice Jar, so good on them.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. How far is it actually to Alexandra to Dunedin?
I think it's about like an hour or two. It might be closer to
Hour or
two or
two.
three. But they don't come. They're not living in Alexandra. They're studying down here at the moment. So
Oh, right.
yeah, regional Masterton champ. Is that right, Jarrett?
Yeah, put it up there. It's somewhere, Alistair. It's somewhere, Alistair.
Alright, I'm starting to get some people in there. We'll leave it a few minutes while we hopefully gain some more people. But we'll get into it pretty soon. Here's Earl.
Yeah.
Not
Actually, speaking of zombies, have you seen Army of the Dead yet?
I haven't seen Army of the Dead. I've seen like 20 minutes of Army of the Dead, and I was very tired, so I went to bed. But I mean, it's interesting. Like the 20 minutes I've seen has been very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the helicopter pilot was my favorite
Oh yeah,
character.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
Liam Gill, Aiden Wells streaming competition. Oh,
Ooh, baby.
good to see where your heart's at, Gil. This is exactly where you should be.
Bit of grassroots. I have
Yeah,
no coordination to play games. I
yeah,
don't even own this generation console unless a Swift, uh, blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
unless a like the fucking Nintendo thing
Ah,
counts.
Switch.
Yeah, Switch. My God.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we both had a long day.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I only bought
Um,
that for Pokemon.
yeah. All right, we'll wait till 7:35. We have 2 more minutes, and then we'll get into this announcement.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, yeah,
Really exciting. Really exciting.
yeah. Gil reckons it's an average movie. He's not a fan of Army of the Dead.
Uh, it's because it's one of those movies where, they sort of set up so much stuff that could have been really awesome to see. And then you get to the end and you're just like, they never touched on that. Why didn't they go back to that? Because that would have been cool.
Yeah. Well, it's
Like,
no Tommy Wiseau masterpiece then.
no, no, definitely not.
Yeah. Mason
Oh,
Salmi
oh,
is watching. How you doing, Mace?
that's forklifts and check. I sure hope so.
Alright, so 7:34. 1 more minute, then we'll get into it. Exciting announcement, Pog. Well, yeah, hopefully, if you. I'm pretty excited by it, but I'm also the one kind of organising this, so.
I keep looking down. I keep looking down here because we've got Yoshi here.
Oh, nice.
Um, yeah, possibly the worst movie I've seen of 2021, though. If you do want a recommendation for the worst movie, I can't even remember the bloody name of it, but it's got Ruby Rose and Morgan Freeman in it, and it's just standard. I've got your daughter do some crime things,
Yeah. Taken V3, or V4, V5, whatever.
except with Ruby Rose and a
Yeah.
half asleep Morgan Freeman. He's
Alright.
in a. I am pretty sure they wrote him in a wheelchair just so he didn't have to get up.
Alrighty, guys. All right. Well, that's 7:35. So I've given some people 5 minutes to join the chat, and I think it's probably time we get to it, right? Don't you think, Kiz?
Oh, definitely, mate.
Definitely.
If I had to hold on to this any longer, I'm sure to explode. Fly out the screens.
All right, so as a lot of the players probably already know, we are running it's the Sands NZ Charity Championship on June 26th in Dunedin at Dice Jar Games, my store. But up until now, we didn't actually have any event planned for the Sunday, and I've just finished kind of organising the most part of it with your help, Kez. Thank you very much for that.
All good,
Um,
mate.
and we are going to do what we're calling the multi-format championship. So we've got
Multi-form.
multi-format. Yeah. So it's very much in the same vein as the cross bandless cup, like what Lithium does. But it's basically the idea that we're doing is you can play with the format from 2014 or before, and just bring up the rules here. So we've got the rules here.
Yeah.
So duelists are allowed to use any deck that has topped a major tournament from 2014 or before.
So that includes everything right up to Duelist Alliance and new challenges, next challenges. So yeah, that's right up to the early days of Shadow, Burning Abyss, Cliffort, Satella Knight, right up until that sort of end of the year point.
yeah,
So you might want to strap your helmet on again, mate.
yeah, I'll get those. I think I already know one person who knows about this already. Is planning to go full power Boojins with Jeff Jones's list. Uh,
If that's true,
it's Troy Reeves. Yeah, it's Mr. Troy Reeves. But, but
always a chance for a helmet.
yeah. But yeah, so duelists have to be able to provide a deck list from that particular event that's from 2014 or before. So if an event has topped, sorry, if a deck has topped a large major event from any point from 2014 or before, they have to be able to provide a deck list for it, and your deck list has to be the exact structure as that deck list that's from that year and that event.
Yeah, yeah. So main deck, extra deck, and the side deck as well. Side deck, very important, has to be exactly as the list that you produce. You can produce the list from anywhere, like you can dig way deep into the Konami sort of archives, if you will, on their blog site. You could go into the old ARGs when they were a thing. We've got a recommended resource down there of Yu-Gi-Oh! TopDeck.com.
Yeah,
Um, Great thing about them is they have got all the lists, what event they're from, like sort of topping lists from that era as well, and you can download them all as a YDK file as well, and up Edo Pro or something like that for testing.
mm, absolutely. So the exciting thing about this event is I've actually been communicating with a well-known Yu-Gi-Oh artist for the last few months called Midnight. I think it's Midnight Dreams, I believe is the name.
No dreams. They produce some wonderful gear indeed.
Yeah, and we've actually had a custom artwork commissioned specifically for this event. So you can see right here, this is the custom playmat,
Oh,
which will be going out to the top 8 players of this event. Uh,
chef's kiss indeed. Look at that.
yeah,
That thing's beautiful.
it's looking pretty damn cool. Very happy with it. It's turned out incredible. Massive shout out to Midnight Dreams on Facebook. Like, if you guys ever need any sort of custom artwork commissioned, I would highly recommend them. They're not the cheapest around, but they are well worth every penny. They have done a really great job with this one. So
Yeah, it's actually fantastic. My favorite is still the little scapegoat down the bottom, little
yeah,
pink one having a freak out. When I first saw that, I was just like, that is the absolute mood.
yeah. Big fan of the dragon rulers in the top left, and
Yeah,
like even construct and winder in the middle. They look really good as well. So
yeah,
yeah, like
they look really good. Shout outs to Big Eye giving the big eye to Dark Arm.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so I mean, the idea behind it was obviously, as you can probably tell, we just wanted to kind of encapsulate a bunch of different really popular eras of the game of Yu-Gi-Oh. So got Dragon Rulers in the top left, got some Big Eye there to go with the Dragon Rulers, and you can see Teledad below that, followed by the Goat format in bottom left corner. Have a Thousand Eyes Restrict and Construct in the middle to signify that 2014 Duelist Alliance era. Glad Beasts above that. I've still got you got Dante. I think is that Graph that he's pulling?
Yeah, yeah, that's Dante taking
Yeah,
Graph for a walk
yeah.
there. Oh,
No, that's really good. And
Everyone's got one of my favorites, the Monarchs, up in the top corner there. It's
yeah,
great.
so yeah, it's really exciting. Like I'm hoping everybody's going to come out in force because like the charity event on Saturday, like the pricing obviously isn't amazing, but it's all for a good cause, and then you come
It's a
along for the
fantastic cause.
weekend and you can enter this event as well, and hopefully you get
Yeah,
awesome playmat for topping as well.
yeah. Do more on your Sunday than just getting a milkshake, getting a mutton pie, or maybe a good sandwich. Or something. Cheese rolls are great.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, come on down. It's not going to be starting too late. It's going to be fantastic. Dig out some cards, blow some dust off them.
yeah.
It's going to be
But on that note, we better get to the band list, which people don't. Nobody's asked about it yet. By the way, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to chuck them down in the chat, and we can answer them here. Um, so yeah, we've got a ban list for this event. So obviously we've said about which formats are legal. So any card/deck created in 2015 or later is banned. To add to that, we've also added that any FTK deck is banned also. So we've defined FTK deck for this tournament as any deck with the ability to reduce your opponent's life points to 0 before the opponent has completed their first turn.
so so yeah, pretty much. We don't want you sitting there and it's like gone, magical explosion. Nah.
Yeah,
Here's like 16,000 damage at you. You can't do anything. No, no,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Build as unbreakable a board as you want. Just don't reduce their life points.
Pretty much, yeah. Um, but like obviously, yeah. This isn't going to be ambiguous either, though. Just to make that clear, like if you show up with an OTK deck and that has the ability to reduce your opponent's life points to 0, like on at the start of your second turn or something like that, that's we're still going to be saying no. Well, you have the ability to do so in the first and second turns, so you will not be able
Yeah.
to use that deck.
Like Chainburn deck chooses not to flip anything first turn. They just wait for it to come back.
Thomas Bailey said so. Hand looping is allowed then, and to that I would say yeah, it technically is. However, you're going to have to figure out how to best approach a hand loop deck, going
And
up
remember,
against particular decks that may be able to use things like Effect Veiler and you know
and
Na-
Thick Vela, Max C.
Maxi.
But
Yeah,
remember that you have to use a pre-established list from from some sort of resource there.
yeah, absolutely.
So it's a deck that has to have existed at some point. You can't just be like, lol,
Yeah,
this.
so you can't build your deck with an unlimited resource kind of
Yeah,
situation.
yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so I think I see some questions coming in. Like we've got
You
one
can
from
just address them.
Mitch Connor.
Mitch Connor,
Yeah, it says, so
sure.
he said, so I can't play Chaos Dragons? Question mark. And well, you couldn't play like 2021, you know, Chaos Dragons or anything like that. But I
You
mean,
most
there's no reason why you couldn't play a previous Chaos Dragons list.
you could most definitely play 2012 Chaos Dragons with an unerrated Future Fusion. Go nuts.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, Mitch, if you didn't read it already, we've defined FTK as. Oh, I think you might be getting FTK confused with OTK. So we're not talking about one turn kill. We're talking about first turn kill. So you cannot if it reduces your opponent's life points to 0. If you set up on your first turn for your opponent to lose during their next turn by reducing their life points to 0, you cannot play that deck. But you can make an unbreakable board, and similar to how Yu-Gi-Oh just is these days, you can just create an unbreakable board and play that. So that's if you're able to do that using a deck that was made in 2014 or before and it's topped an event, then more power to you. Good on you. Somehow, well done. But yeah, that's how that's all going to be working.
Heck, I'd respect Empty Jar over Magical
Yeah,
Explosion or something to that effect.
yeah.
Empty Jar.
So we've got a question from Damien. It says, so just to clarify, card text is treated as what it was when the deck list was created for erratas, etc.
Correct.
That is correct. Yeah. So yeah. For example, like if we're playing goats, if you're playing a goat format deck, like all of those cards are all going to read the same text. Yeah.
Yep, so which would also mean It's going to be, well, Master Rule 2, Master Rule 3, that era. So that means there's going to be no extra monster zone up the top, no link monsters.
Yeah.
There's going to be nothing.
Yeah, that is an excellent point. Yeah, no link monsters or anything. They obviously didn't exist back then. We're talking. This is at the beginning of Cleafort era,
Which,
2014,
which will mean that the pendulum zones
on the left and the right
are
side.
are are in excess of the normal traps
Yeah. So
zones.
that should answer Thomas Mason's question here. He's asked what master rule. So that's that is the master. So, but at the same time, like any deck that uses how the best way to describe this? So I mean, if say for example you were able to get out synchros and Cleaforts somehow, um, that's going to go to a main monster zone. That and
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, so no links exist in this rule. He said also do old rules like getting the draw on turn one apply if the deck list was created then. That's a good question actually. I don't think that's one that we've actually thought about.
Well, I think given that, when did that rule come into effect? Was it like 2000?
I think it was around the 2014 period, I believe. We'd have to look that one up. I think that's probably fair. I think we should be looking that up to begin with. So I don't see any problem with that happening, so long as both players are under the are both aware of it. Um,
Mhm.
we'd probably have to have some sort of process in place to allow people with decks that currently that did have that rule in place when they were playing are able to actually prove it.
Oh, okay. So that rule didn't get changed till March 21, 2014.
Yeah, so it was 2014. So
So March 21. So
yeah,
yeah.
so I'd say any deck that's from 2014 probably it's probably fair to say that they won't have the draw one rule.
Yeah, which I think is kind of fair because once we get to Duelist Alliance, Shadows, everything, it sort of handicaps the later decks as well by
Yeah,
giving them by letting them only play with 5 cards turn one as opposed to everything else, which can play with 6 cards. Which holy heck, I'm excited now because I think a couple of decks I'm looking at playing, I think 2007.
yeah. It should also be noted that Exodia is not gonna that's we still consider Exodia an FTK. Um, so anybody running because I guess technically that doesn't reduce the life points to 0 by
But
definition, but
but did an Exodia deck, a consistent Exodia deck, ever dent though?
yeah, that too. I mean, that's a good question as well. Like maybe, I mean, yeah, you never know. I'm just figuring we should probably just get it out there anyway.
Actually, when did Pro Winston go to Worlds? But but his wasn't in a first turn draw Exodia anyway. That was Hope for Escape and a whole bunch of traps and crap.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I guess I'll just get to the last event details.
Yeah,
So
great.
just to confirm, this event is happening on June 27th, which is a Sunday. It is the day after the Sands New Zealand Charity Championship event here in Dunedin at Dice Jar Games. So, yeah, it's going to
If
be a
you look
great big Yu-Gi-Oh weekend. Um,
if you're looking at booking accommodation, book it till the Monday. Maybe get those if you like me, get those flights at like 9 p.m. on the Sunday night.
yeah, absolutely. The entry fee for this is going to be $30, so it is going to be a rather pricey weekend for the Yu-Gi-Oh players. So, if you are on a budget, definitely best to make sure that you've put some money aside for this. I say that because I am in Dunedin and this is a student town. Um, yeah. Right, and yeah, so pricing. At the moment, we have only confirmed the top 8 will be getting championship playmats. I will be trying to ensure that people get packs as well. This is going to be a bit of a challenge, obviously, with me having to give out 5 booster packs to every player that enters for the $30 fee. This is part of Konami policy, so it's not something that I can get around. But yeah, I will be trying pretty hard to give you guys some packs. But Mitch has just asked if it's a 1 p.m. start. I have not confirmed the start time of the event yet, but there will be an event page going up within the next 2 to 3 days. Yeah, it's hard. It's tricky for me to say at this point in time. We'll probably have to address what time rules we'll be doing for this event as well at some point, which we also have yet to be determined.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'd say it'd probably be around a 12 p.m. or maybe 11 a.m. start, but not too early because I know everyone's probably going to be getting on the piss the night before. Oh, that's something we haven't mentioned yet, actually. We have booked
We're gonna get
the
Zook.
Yeah, we've booked the bar at Megazone for the night before. So I have put $200 on the tab.
Best Long Island iced teas out of a shoe.
Yeah, so I put $200 on the tab. We're going to be having a big prize giving type piss up the night before. We'll be handing out the prizes for the Sans NZ Charity Championship at the after event, the prize giving type event. Um, And yeah, so it's going to be a really good weekend. Like everybody should definitely come down and check it out. Like it's
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. I fly into Dunedin. I think it's like 9 a.m. that morning,
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. So I'm
Oh
literally
wow,
flying. I'm flying in, playing two tournaments of Yu-Gi-Oh! Then it's gonna
unreal.
be great.
Love the commitment. Hopefully we see lots more Aucklanders like that as well. It'd be good to see a bunch of North Islanders down here.
Oh, can I reveal that? Can I reveal that? Yes, there is a team of Aucklanders coming.
Is
So
there? That's
watch
exciting.
yourselves.
Ha-
Yes, I can confirm.
Oh, I'm stoked to hear that. That's awesome news. That's awesome news. I should probably check out some pre-registration at some point as well. That'd be helpful. But yeah,
Yeah,
so it's looking like it's shaping up to be a pretty big event. Hopefully we can the cap here is about 56 players, so hopefully we can cap that out at 56.
yeah, that would be absolutely marvelous. We could do that. Absolutely marvelous. Maybe
Yeah.
drag a few old faces out as well if they want
Yeah.
to.
Well,
They
yeah,
haven't.
we do goats on every Friday night now as well. So, play some goats on a Friday night. I mean, you won't be here for that 'cause you're flying in Saturday morning, but
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I don't like goats.
Oh, really?
I don't like goats. It's someone that, like, I think I'm one of the few players still playing that actually was around when goats was a thing, and I'm just like, I think it's due
Um,
to like that's when it was sort of around when I was first starting my Yu-Gi-Oh career. So, like
yeah.
being a poor student, I didn't have any of the good cards. I was just like, Barodin Captain Pass.
Yeah. Fair enough. Um, all right. Well, on that note, it's probably a good time for us to wrap up then, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you going to reveal the other match, or are we just doing this one?
No. Oh, yeah. I suppose we could. I've only sorted out for this one, but I'll quickly try and add that in. So yeah, I mean we're gonna be this one isn't gonna be a prize mat. This one
Mhm.
is actually gonna be auctioned off at the prize giving event at the at Megazone at the
Yeah.
charity after the charity event.
I'm gonna get
Um,
I'm gonna get you guys all a bit loosened up a little. Loosen your hearts, loosen your wallets.
yeah. Um, crap. We got
Maybe while you're doing that, Greg, maybe I can just like rap to everyone about like some of the events that are coming up in New Zealand. Obviously, yeah, really sorry, that the what is it? The premiere for Lightning Overdrive has been delayed. Really sorry about that, guys. Everything next week, you'll be able to get your full size mats, your field centers, and your exclusive cards. I believe it's an amazement card, one of the secret rares. It's now like a ultra rare. Got that coming up. There's also going to be a structure deck release event for the Obelisk and Slifer structure decks that are coming out. You can win full size mats. Each store is going to be getting one of each design. So there's going to be one Slifer mat, one Obelisk mat, boom, going out to OTS stores that will be hosting it.
awesome.
The same is happening for the Cyber Dragon structure deck into July. Oh, maybe there's something a little before that though. End of July is that. Oh yeah. So July 3rd and 4th, I can confirm that New Zealand is will be hosting Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. Which
Oh,
if you
cool.
remember last year was the Helper Fibrax mats and the field centers. I can't recall what the design they've gone with this year. But yep, another cool chance to get some cool mats and field centers as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, that's awesome news. I'm stoked to hear that. But yeah, I mean, I've still got my Halkify Rex man. I purchased it off the winner. Um, bloody, it's a pretty nice mat, I have to say.
it is. Yeah, they don't do too wrong with those mats, do they?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Yeah, so this is the mat that we're going to be auctioning off. All it's 100% going to charity. Like I'm paying for it to get printed, and then all proceeds from this particular mat are going straight to charity, which is
Yes.
going to be Sans NZ.
Yep. And look at that thing. It's absolutely fantastic. And this is going to be a one-off, is it? Only one? One produced?
Yeah, there's going to be there's going to be two made. One of them's being auctioned off, and the other one I am donating to Joe.
So,
Um,
dear friend Joe.
yeah, Joe's the one that's really spearheaded this whole idea of doing this Sans NZ charity event, and obviously, some of you have heard his experience, and we won't go too much more into that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's
I don't wish that happened to absolutely anyone in the world.
yeah, but yeah. So two of these will be made. One of them will be auctioned off at that silent auction. Oh, that's not a silent auction. That the auction at the prize giving the night before. And yeah, that pretty much tops it all off. So
Yeah. Yeah. So awesome mats there. We've got the awesome alternative format mat as well. I wonder if we can bring that up without too much hassle. I've just looked up what mat it is that's been given out at Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. It is the one that matches up with the new cards coming out. And that what is the new Yugi set with the new Yugi's like playing card nights?
um,
God, I'm
oh,
terrible
King's
at this.
Court. Is it King's Court?
King's Court, yeah. So there's Field Center, King's Court. It's got the new Arcana Joker on there, as well as what looks like a buff version of Queen's Knight on there. Yeah,
Nice,
look, yep, can guarantee that we will be getting that in New Zealand. So
nice. Oh, that's really
yes.
exciting, eh? Should be a really good time. Yeah, I've completely forgotten where I've saved that other mat too, so I'm not going to be able to bring that back up. But yeah, They-
That's all right. If you're one of the OGs and a lot of yes, fantastic, good for you. You saw some great stuff.
yeah. And I'm sure this will probably be available video on demand, right? I'm sure it won't. Will it just disappear? I don't usually stream through
I
Facebook, so
yeah, I think I've got the option to save it. So, in which case, if I do, I'll just download it and upload it to the Your Move Facebook page, and then
sweet.
share a few links about there.
Perfect. No, that sounds great. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for doing this, Kez. It's been good to be able to get the word out there for these events. And
No, it's been great having chat. Great having a chat, eh? And for you guys in Christchurch, I'll see you down at Armageddon this weekend,
sweet. Alrighty. Thank you very much.
and see you end of the month, and hopefully everyone else that's watching.